Valor series is a best of 2, so let's have another one.
And into this draft, I want to see if Angra can get one of those characters that we were theorizing. He'd be a little bit more. Nope, Geo says no. They don't want him comfortable. They're going to get rid of those melee assassins right off the bat. Pain have a response. It's still the meta bans, though. Elsu, Sephira off the board.
So let me say this to you as we're just getting into this draft, and you tell me how you feel about this. These pick and bans, they are really fast.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've just predetermined what they're going to do as opposed to their reactive.
Right. They know what they're going to do going in. And I kind of like that. I kind of like teams not mixing up what they want to do if they had a strategy going in and basically playing into their opponent's strategy by being afraid of something. But that said, they could mix it up. They do ban the Annette, though.
Get rid of the Annette. First picks come out. That'll be Richter over to Pain Gaming. A strong asset, but it's teamy Valheim against them.
And that is a slight difference here, as the heroes are basically getting flipped.
Yeah, but I like this because I think Crest, I think Richter are very strong assets. I'm not so sure about Liliana coming through this early on into the draft, but Pain Gaming might feel the need.
With Sephira out, there is a need for a top-tier mage, and if...
It is a flip.
The entire game is just on its head right now. Although Teamy is still on the side... Oh, excuse me, Teamy was on Pain, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Everything just flipped, okay.
Apart from the Liliana, which breaks the draft and now brings a Raz into the pool as well. Up till then, it was a perfect mirror.
Raz and Liliana, a matchup as old as time. Only thing that's been broken up, or the only thing that's broken it up has been Ignis and Sephira along the way.
I quite like the idea of a mode where you have to pick and ban, and then you play with what your opposition had. So you form a pick and ban, and then you have to do it the other way around. So you don't pick and ban again.
That's
like, well, I've got to let you choose what you want.
I may have run a tournament.
Yes.
I may have run a tournament exactly like that.
Did you?
And it was glorious.
I'm sure it was.
We could talk about...
I'm glad I thought of that idea before anybody else had done or ran a tournament on it.
We can talk about the results during NA, because those players were in it.
Oh, hello.
But
we are going in.
We're seeing a different jungle setup here. It will be a melee over to Angra. They bite the bullet, they give him a Ryoma, which isn't a great melee jungler, but it will work. And instead, in answer, you get a Quillen out for white.
Yoma isn't exactly the same thing as the Necroth and Murat, so... No. In fact, he's not typically played in the jungle in the first place, but Quillen, something we need to talk about, terrorizing the solo queue ladder.
Yeah.
Now we're seeing it in a professional game.
I thought he'd at least be banned or picked by now, to be honest. It's, not being banned is less of a surprise than not being picked.
Right. He can be somewhat countered, especially by the Sephira, because you can't really get on her. She can heal through that. The Teamy is a bit of a counter as well. All these defensive ultimates that come out from these supports are a soft counter to Quillen. It makes it difficult for him.
I have a question.
Well, I guess when Sephira's been banned out and you've got the other one on your team, then you might as well roll in with him.
Exactly.
I have a question, though. Out of that last game, we saw a terrifying performance by ZRK in the split lane. He arguably has what I like to call better Ryoma now, because he has Richter.
Right.
And that basically just means he's going to be able to do all the same things, but better, with higher mobility and more damage. Does that just in and of itself tip the balance of the game?
Well, maybe that just cancels out the Quillen favor for Pain.
They have the Quillen, don't they?
Geo, sorry, Geo have Quillen.
Yeah.
Right, I'm team.
Geo have Quillen, Teamy Valheim, Superman and Raz, and Pain has Richter, Liliana, Crash, Joker and Ryoma.
Well, this is the first game that we're not seeing a true ADC in the side lane, because Valheim, he doesn't have like the same damage in the late game, and the Joker, even though he's considered a marksman, he's basically a mage assassin that deals physical damage.
Yeah. And without that...
Think about that one for a second.
Joker's not a marksman, he's a mage assasson who deals physical damage.
Yes, that...
I like how I just brushed past that, and that's just like, hold up.
Oh no, wait a minute, grab hold of this bit, yeah.
But I like to see the Joker because that offers them something they can scale from the side lane. Though it is a little bit different, like you say, it is something they can scale from the side lane, and the ability to go in with the Laughing Gas for that big burst is, I think, something they were missing last game.
Right, and I'm actually surprised that Geo went in with the Quillen. This is going to be a very high skill matchup. Once you see the little quiver of Quillen coming in, if Joker can spot that and pop the pick a card, any card, dodge all that damage, pop can ladder, he can demolish Quillen in an instant. So that could be a counter.
Solo queue players who are fed up with seeing Quillen, you're going to maybe see a strong way to deal with it. Right now, It is Pain against Geo. First game went 20 kills to 9 in favor of Geo. Can Pain even this up?
We'll have to see. Geo coming into it, and that will be a strong start, I think, against them.
Well, exactly. But in the bottom lane here, this is going to be one of the main matchups between Joker and Valheim, as my casters have a fight on set.
Just moving a water bottle. I don't understand why it was a big deal.
Make up, you guys.
Has the bottom lane. It's going to be that Joker, as we predicted, drifting down to the bot lane to be farmed up like many ADCs.
Valheim will have the advantage early because of that on-demand stun. Joker can't even really attack the lane because he wants to hold on to his Killing Joke passive, which means he's just going to be throwing out those rockets.
That gives them a lot of poke, though. We're talking about high-range damage dealers. Almost the highest of range damage dealers.
Well, speaking of high range, one of the highest from a melee hero, Angra.
Actually, good segue.
That's Yoma, rotating through the map. Starting to put pressure on this bottom lane, but no objective to be taken, so they can't take advantage of the fact that they're pushing in on this. Ooh, Yoma actually rotating behind.
Oh yes, very aggressive play from Angra, going right into the Geo Esports line. We talked it up a lot. We said, hypothetically, Angra is going to do incredibly well on melee assassins.
While that happened, up in the top lane, they were pushing onto the Richter, and he got away as well.
We said Angra was going to do very well on melee assassins. We've yet to see that tested. I assumed my suspicion was correct when we saw the bans against him. Now, though, he'll finally get to demonstrate.
Right, and here comes in White. Has the assassinate. Can he get some damage in? But Manga providing that damage.
Half HP, lower on the Abyssal. White, oh, steals the Dragon! It goes over to Geo. The early gold boost is ripped away.
White sneaks in there like the surgeon that he is, loving that skin, and steals it away from the opposing side. That is big. They get that gold lead.
Now, there's so much in the pocket of Geo Esports. Pain Gaming just suffered irreparable harm that early on.
It feels bad. Psychologically, you don't want to have that happen to you. And now they're winning on all lanes because of that gold advantage. What can they do with this is the question.
Well, you'd think that they can start to bully out the lane, start to take them, but I don't actually know where they have that much room to do so. They do start to press into the jungle a bit. You can see the Arcane, Angra answering that by pressing forward in turn.
Right, Angra this time on the Yoma. It looks like they have a couple of very good Yoma players, so can they take advantage? They're continuing to be aggressive, speaking of Pain, not shying away from their Latin America roots. White, seeing if he can't go in with that assassinate, but not finding much.
Elwind does find a stun. That's a good opening if White comes through for the damage, but leads right into a Spectral Ire. White might be in trouble. Elwind's there with the big resurrection. Should it be needed? They've got the flank though, and it's already been spent. ZRK flickers past, chasing down Smith. In the meantime, Metal's got damage of his own, and 2 kills to his name with Angra coming through to clean up.
Very split fight there as multiple members from Geo had to run away. I think they should have disengaged prior to that, but they stuck around too long and got punished.
Mid lane, there's battle going down as Lycan and ZRK trade blows. Bot lane, that tower will be taken.
A red team tower
TJ, I think we need to have some controlled aggression from these teams rather than staying too long like we just saw. Geo had a nice invade. They should have taken what they got and run away with it.
Pain Gaming continuing to press across the map. We've seen this during the early game last game. Yeah, they were technically behind in gold, but they still seemed in control. Is this just a repeat of that?
We'll have to see what Quillen can get done here. That's the biggest story. And not much at the moment because Abyssal's going over to Pain at the moment.
Another Abyssal? Nah, he's nowhere near. He'll be picked up securely by Angra, being very careful to punish it as early as possible. A little bit of PTSD.
Yeah, you don't want to allow that to go over to your opponent who sneaks in there with his assassinate.
Maggie in a lot of trouble. Visor will come through. It's an easy pickup with the Metamorphosis duo combo. They're feeding Angra.
Pain is having a bush party and all of Geo is invited.
But they need to RSVP.
Yeah, or else they just die. I'm sorry.
Was that a mistake you made?
Yeah, they should have.
All right. Wave will arrive here on the tower. Metal's through as well. There's the blind shot to Smith. He's too late. Elwind, he was too late. He didn't see that much damage coming that quickly. And Angra gets a double kill.
Exactly. So much damage coming out from those three members, the Joker, the Liliana, and the Yoma. They're trying to go on the Mega. The Wailing Blade takes
Nicely done. Angra with the Spectral Ire as well. It's a tower pickup. And Geo, that is an insane deficit to lose off the back of that much burst.
Geo just continuing to feed into pain here. I feel like they need to just reset, spread across the map. Top lane has been ignored for a while here. Perhaps just wait under tower in the other lanes and take advantage elsewhere. But Pain looking for another bush party. Oh,
they found it! Elwind caught out again. The blinding light goes wide. Elwind will survive.
Geo have got to be on the lookout for these bush parties here. White trying to take his own farm, and that's all he can really do right now.
Lycan realizes he's in danger. His spider Superman sense is signaling as the tower will fall. There's nothing they can do about this.
But 5 members top from Pain. I would like to see Geo take advantage of this fact. Oh,
double stun, double metamorphosis. They might have another. Elwind does the resurrect, but there's the commit, and it is Frizer too far forward. Smith does take attack low. Angra to fall as well. ZRK though, the mark of the hunter. It's enough for a double kill. He'll fall to tower, but that might be enough to even up the trades. Did they still get pressure in? Painter still pressing forward. My goodness.
Pain with the same mistake as last game. They push in, they overextend, and Geo takes advantage. Yes, it was a relatively even trade, but that's not what you want to have when you're ahead. You have the bounty bonus here as Anani continuing to be aggressive. Fortunately for him, he doesn't get punished this time.
No, this time he manages to get out. That is a continued pattern, though, of over-aggression, like you say, from Pain, and a continued pattern, potentially, of them losing control of the game at around the 10-minute mark. Could that happen again?
It very well could, as we take a look at these items here. Bring of the Fiend, again, for both supports here. Not a surprise as they pick the same heroes. Looks for Anani, like he wants to go for the Omni Arms coming up next. So, as we get deeper into this game, Joker's going to be really demolishing members here.
Potentially. There's the side lane. We may not get deep enough into the game.
Well, not if CRK is going to be fighting 1v4.
CRK will get caught out, but he lives. The 1v4 doesn't look that dangerous to him. As a miss from Lycan, he's safe because of the retaliation, giving him the perfect invulnerability. Now mid lane, Lycan tries to save his tower. Frizer will back off as the tower's knocked low.
This game is just reaching levels of
Latam?
Reaching levels of Latam. There, you stole the words right out of my mouth. Thank you. This is absolutely insane. And can these teams put together? Can these teams find their footing?
Angra! White barely survives as Angra blitzes down his HP.
White needs to make more happen from this cooldown. Needs to put the fear of God into Pain, or else he's not going to be useless.
Bushes are so dangerous right now. Do not go near a bush because there is Pain hiding in it.
Can we ban bushes?
No.
In the draft ban?
No, but I'm glad you're exploring options. Dark Slayer up for grabs. Pain Gaming have enough zone control. They feel they can grab it instantly. They'll get it quite low. No contest, no vision yet.
Even with Pain's advantage in the first game, they never got the Dark Slayer. This is the first time they've picked it up. Can they take better advantage of it than Geo did?
They didn't have this much of an advantage in the first game, but it still turned around the 10-minute mark. If we're going to see a turn, I think it starts now.
For Geo, you're saying?
Yes.
They have to defend here. And Pain, this seems like a theme. Once they get an advantage, they don't want to lose advantage. They're playing not to lose rather than going for the trademark aggression they're known for. This is when I want them to be most aggressive.
You got the lead by taking risks. You can't stop taking those risks now that you haven't.
It's more risky to play safe when you're ahead.
Geo Esports should know this all too well, given the last 20-minute game. They're playing full defense in mid, waiting for that Drake summon.
All right, here is a good spot to release the Drake. They have waves pushed out. I would like Richard to go top lane here to push that wave as well. So they have waves pushing on all fronts. Looks like that's what they're going to do. They have Frizer with the Metamorphosis. He can push in on any tower whenever he wants.
Mid lane should just fall, given enough time to the Angra focus. Here's the Drake arriving at the bot lane. They don't spend Metamorphosis. Their wave gets cleared, but the tower is just being chipped away. This high ground might fall almost uncontested.
Okay.
Geo can't bring their players to bear, and the Drake itself will whittle away the tower. Now the second high ground to fall. Metamorphosis is still available for it. Elwin does have the resurrect. He'll be back into the fight. The Mark of the Hunters doing good work, but not enough. Geo stands strong. White decimates the backlines. He'll bully Angra and Visor back as well, and they are the only two Pain Gaming members left on the map.
Literally decimating them using the decimate ability with Mutilate, but oh my god, Pain snaps back.
They get Lycan. That's enough. That's enough that Geo cannot win here. They cannot turn this, and Pain still have map control.
Not only that, that is a positive trade now. They got the high gun tower, TJ.
And look at this, the Pain Gaming push party. It bursts out. Schmidt's gone. Becky survives, but he needs to hightail it back to base. There's the reset. White's back. He'll chase down Visor. Angra's into the fight, though, chasing with the Spectral Isle. He doesn't get White in time. The Resurrect's there. White's back, and Angra will finally pay for his sins. But Anthony's here. The respawns from Pain have arrived, and they're here to clean up the fight. DRK, can he punish?
I don't know if he can, but he stood tall, faced White like a man, because that Quillen does obviously those crit damage from the back. Doesn't give him that chance, doesn't show his backer, but Metal!
Oh, White's finally doing damage, or is he? Metal with the life steal, he will survive!
Shut down the literally, but CRK comes in and finishes him off. That damage out there from the Liliana with the Spoopy's mask allows her to get away.
The life steal from that Spoopy's mask is the only thing that keeps him alive.
Wait, TJ, I have to stop you there. Spoopy's mask does not have life steal. I'm sorry.
Bite me. The life steal from the Liliana was the only thing that keeps him alive.
She was in that Fox form that gives her that extra armor and magic defense for the first few seconds of that. She gets nearly 300 when she's at level 15 like she is now. That allowed her to stay alive. Now she's gonna go, now they're gonna go on to the Rage Abyssal Dragon and take that for themselves.
And Gaming, is this their game to lose?
Absolutely. They have a slight gold lead, but they have a major structural advantage, and they have this all-important Abyssal buff. All they have to do is wait for Metamorphosis.
But, Daniel, we've hit the 12-minute mark.
Well, okay, they've been doing a lot better job at taking these towers than we saw from Geo. We saw them be aggressive. They took that mid-gun tower. Even though they lost a lot of heroes, it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, and they traded well, using Angra to stall out that fight.
Let's see if they can do it here. Fryzer has a Metamorphosis. They have the minion wave.
The final high ground stands taunting them. Elwin pushes forward, trying for some wave clear. You can see the damage they have on offer. Lycan in mid dueling as well. There's the Metamorphosis, but they have no minions. That high ground will remain.
Enemy, he has tons of damage. Are they going to just push through mid here?
They might just go for the game. Angra's got the damage. They need to bully him back, and they do. Geo hold for a moment, but Pain Gaming can still force this fight. They've got the waves to do so. They're bullied back by Lycan, but they've got the flicker for the chase. ZRK will bully them back again, using the Mark of the Hunter. That tower holds, as does Geo.
Pain still has the advantage, but their split focus is not helping them out. If they just gone for one or the other, I feel like this game would be over.
They could have stuck that core fight, I believe.
Or the top tower when the wave came up. Are they going to go for it again? Look at Fryzer. He's building up that Metamorphosis. Nearly has it.
Lycan in trouble. They don't get the kill, though, and Angra's dropped down. Maggie turns it. He's got the damage from the backline. Geo Esports turn the fight. Lycan comes through. Fryzer spends Metamorphosis, but he is the only member of Pain Gaming left standing. He needs to win a 1v3, and he does not have the damage. He tries to make a beeline for the tower, but Geo Esports holds.
Too much damage at the end coming out from Geo. They won that fight outside of tower range and without the Abyssal buff. How were they able to do that?
The 10-minute mark. Geo Esports have activated, and Pain Gaming are back in this game.
Everyone's dead. It is an ace, but enemy back in 8 seconds. I think this is the right call. I think they need to go for the Darkslayer. They could have maybe got a couple of towers, but no high guns in my opinion. So this is the way to go. They have an equal gold situation, and if they take this Darkslayer, they have the advantage for the first time.
I don't know that they have the damage to take it before the Pain Gaming members arrive, though.
Valheim! More glaze!
Valheim just doesn't do enough. Lycan's here to slow down. Anomi will be pushed back, half HP'd by that poke. Do they have the Darkslayer? Yes! Geo Esports do. Now they need to take a fight, though. Lycan bails, Pain Gaming aren't able to connect.
Barely able to hold that out. Oh, here comes the
Elwin!
Poke the big bro! Too soon, in my opinion. Can he get away anyway? Oh,
Agra has the cutoff. Will stall him back.
No,
Elwin
he missed.
needs to get to safety.
He missed with his abilities there. The pinwheel didn't get the damage in. And now Pain are trying to get that final high ground tower down the Darkslayer buff.
All of Geo Esports do have the hold. They'll stand strong with the Darkslayer. They can summon the Drake, and that will make up for the fact that they're down the super minions for a while. Give them an opportunity to push a little bit further forward.
TJ, what is this game? What is happening?
Fantastic. That's what this game is.
Oh, I don't even know who's winning anymore. ZRK, he's just a monster. Just standing in the bushes. There should be the Darkslayer on the side of Geo Esports, but they're getting pushed in.
And I'm amazed that Geo have yet to summon this Drake. I would have expected them to spend it just for the wave pressure, but I think they just want to use it almost for a team fight buff.
I think they want to have maximum value out of it.
There it is. Probably the end of the timer. They summoned it all the way back at their core for wave clear.
Right, and remember, in the last patch, the Darkslayer buff was extended from 90 seconds to 120 seconds. We'll have more of this, but here comes Metamorphosis.
For the final tower, the full engage comes through. Pfizer's bullied back. Elwin stalls up the rest of the team, and he does survive. White goes down on the dive. Elwin, with the being a pro, popped again rather early. Can't hold the lane for long.
And Richter, in the meanwhile, was fighting 2 in the bottom lane there. That's why that was a 3v4.
Nicely done by ZRK. We speculated as to his potential on the Richter. There is our answer.
That's what, I guess when you have a hero like that who can fight 1v2, that's what you can get for yourself.
But a lot of ultimates spent. I don't think Pain Gaming actually feel like they can take this tower, even with the kill they found.
Well, the Darkslayer buff has gone away now. Now that regeneration is gone, now the Drake is gone. Pain suddenly have their advantage back.
ZRK pushes through in the meantime. He'll threaten the core. That should mean the tower's taken, but he's completely swatted aside. They have the poke, they have the damage, and they clear the wave.
I feel like we've seen this movie before, TJ. Geo is holding strong at every opportunity.
But Geo have one tower with less than a third HP. They just need to tap it, Daniel.
I know. So, okay, the one issue is that Joker, with his passive, normally just chunks towers. But in the last patch, or excuse me, 2 patches ago, the maximum damage you can do to a tower is 1,000. So he can't just quite kill it. But he can get darn close. I would like them to go all over it, but now I see your point. It's on the Abyssal.
Yes, and Pain Gaming have had enough of this. They should take the Abyssal easily. Oh, there's forced off of it. Elwood with the zone. White's just focusing the Abyssal. White will get the Abyssal.
They got leashed.
Oh no, it's reset. He can't get it. Metamorphosis already spent. Aggro will fall. Elwood has the resurrect. That's enough for Smith back in the fight. Pain Gaming should clean it out, but Lycan's back from the respawn. Smith and Lycan need to hold the game. 2v3.
Oh my goodness, can they hold on to them? They're going...
Angra diving in. It's all on Lycan. He's cleaned up as well. It's an ace. For 50 seconds, Geo are off the board. And in 18 minutes, Pain Gaming bring the series to a 1-1 tie.
You can't defend your core if you don't have any heroes, DJ. That's the mantra of Pain Gaming, and they finally finish it off.
My God. Welcome to Latam.
Enjoy your stay.
We are going to enjoy everything that Latam gives us, I think, as well as our other regions. That was beautiful. That was so much fun. You said early on in that game, reaching levels of Latam, but I'm not sure what our definition of that is going to be much more. It goes 1-1 in that brilliant best of 2 between Geo and Pain. After that first game, we did think, all right, well, maybe this one could go in Pain's favor. They could turn that second one around. That was theirs throughout, really. Very dominant for them. Still that tower, just looking at them, though, like in the first game going, I'm like, you just need to knock this over. And they just couldn't get near enough.
I kept waiting. Yeah. Pain Gaming to somehow throw that game. Because they kept looking like they almost maybe could.
Yeah.
We got to give credit to Elwind. He was doing an excellent job going in front of the tower, because once the minion waves come up to the tower, it's as good as dead. He made sure to keep them away, went in with the teamie, popped the Pooty Poots, and made sure that they were far away. The thing is, that should have been punished, but you got to give some credit to him for halting that multiple times.
That was...
yeah,
that's where I'm at. I want to talk about White, if we can brush on that.
Yeah.
Because White was either the best thing about the Geo Esports side, or he was feeding. And that's kind of the dichotomy of Quillen. I don't think that's actually on White, I think that's on Quillen. I think that's where Quillen's at as a character right now. You either find all the kills in the universe, or you're swatted aside the second you show yourself.
Well, this was a bright spot right there as he was able to steal away the Abyssal Dragon. Plays like this from Pain, that was a 2v4. They're just hiding in the bush the entire time, and Gio could not deal with the endless bush parties.
The Mana Freeze Angra Ryoma Crash duo is scary as heck.
Yeah, they're so skilled on those heroes that we see multiple times throughout this game.
That's the indestructible tower right there.
Yeah.
Never went
You
down.
can damage it a bit.
Fun fact, it's up to code. Been tested thoroughly.
There was a 2v4 moment in that for Pain where Angra and ZRK were running around, just the two of them against 4 of Gio, and the 2 of them had map control. And you actually said it. You were like, Pain have map control right now. It was a 2v4.
It was.
Angra and ZRK owned all of Antar.
This is it. This is the fight where Angra and Mana Freeze somehow stalled out a
Didn't that just
2v.
happen? Yeah, we just saw that. That's a replay of a replay. Because they did the exact same thing to them again in that same bush.
And because they stalled out for so long, the rest of Pain Gaming caught up. And that meant that even though Gio won the fight, they didn't actually gain any control from it.
Now, have a look at the numbers here. This is just a little bit earlier than I was hoping we would see, but at 15 minutes, spoiler, it's 14 kills apiece. But more than that, it is exactly 50 gold each in about a minute's time from here. 50 gold each, and yet Pain have 8 towers and Gio have 1.
That is the power of being aggressive and pushing on those high grounds. We saw Pain, remember the 2v4 was a result of Pain pushing onto the high ground tower, and they took it out, and that's what gave them this advantage.
I asked you a what-if question at the end of the replays for Game 1.
Yeah,
what if,
very relevant.
What if White gets that Abyssal? Because I think this fight's entirely different.
Oh, I thought you were revisiting your one before. What if they'd taken the high ground?
Yeah,
what if White gets that Abyssal? Because I think Gio win the fight if they have the Slayer buff.
Well,
the Dragon buff.
I gotta say...
You say that, but we saw a buff pretty much go to waste.
We saw a lot of buffs pretty much go to waste, but it's all about forcing those team fights, and that's what neither team was able to consistently do.
20-15 in favor of Pain. 1-1 for this series, our first series of the Latin American Valor Series 3. Those are better participation numbers.
Yeah. Well, they try to get
Superman getting involved this time.
Trying to get into every single fight possible. Menga
I like
counting for every single kill and assist.
I liked Mengi's play that entire series consistently. He's playing Valheim. He's not quite doing as much damage as many other ADCs. You can see he actually led his team in damage, and he did that just by hovering at the back of the fights and just chipping away.
Everybody getting something done here. Mengue, a lot of assists for his Valheim.
He's not going to be killing people. That's not what kind of character he has here, especially when a game goes long like that. But because he can sit in the back of the fights and just chip away, it does help the team.
9-3-5 for Ryoma in the hands of Angra.
Yeah, we saw a couple of good Ryoma plays, or Ryoma games from different players here, which is unusual. First from ZRK.